Wings of Redemption is by far one of the most hated men on the internet. Simply searching his name on YouTube will flood your recommended for months with clip videos from the dozens upon dozens of troll channels that follow this guy around like it's a sport. That being said, this community did not develop for no reason, and some of their reasons for following Wings may be justified, but there's gotta be a limit to these things. And this most recent controversy has made that overwhelmingly clear. So what happened? Why was Keemstar tweeting about Wings of Redemption for over a week? And who the hell is this guy? Let's take a look at the dumbest drama of 2022. Back in December, a childhood friend of Wings of Redemption, identified as Aaron, would reach out to a group of trolls on a Discord server and would spend several hours talking to a few of the trolls about Wings' personal life, going into detail about Wings' childhood and what he was like growing up. This call would later be uploaded in parts to the Wings Tings V4 YouTube channel, with the first part being uploaded on February 14th. The vast majority of the topics Aaron and the trolls talk about are completely worthless, but one topic in particular stands out above the rest. So apparently the allegation is that Wings made comments about his younger sister who was underage at the time. You know what? I'm just gonna let Kyle explain this one.
Wings at one point, being the uncouth motherfucker he is, said to his sister, "Hey, you've got some feminine odor that you need to take care of." That hurt her feelings. She told mom, "Boys, that is it."
So yeah, if you've been wondering what people have been freaking out over the past few weeks, yeah, that was literally it. And yeah, that's definitely a really weird thing to say to your sister, but it doesn't make him a fucking pedophile. Under normal circumstances, a comment like this would simply be added to the archive of information used to harass Wings, but what happened next would be anything but normal. When the Discord call between Aaron and the trolls started being uploaded to YouTube, Wings would quickly fire up a stream with Aaron present to debunk the allegations, and for Aaron to explain the situation from his point of view. During the stream, Aaron would repeatedly make the claim that his words were being manipulated and that the trolls were taking his words out of context to create a narrative that would make Wings look bad. It's also important to note that at this time, only a small segment of the 2-hour interview was being discussed, as the full recording was yet to be released to the public. This context is very important to remember when listening to Aaron's explanation.
Alright, what I was referring to there was clipped out of context. Now, this was a completely different person I was talking about in the conversation, but they clipped all of this extra stuff in here.
Wings may have believed responding to the situation early on would prevent it from spiraling out of control, but in reality, the response would only raise more questions than it would answer, and serve to draw far more eyes onto the situation than there were previously. The day after the stream, the situation would manage to get even crazier, as Aaron would upload a video to his YouTube channel where he would now claim that all the allegations were made up and that he was actually lying the entire time.
Hello, my name is Aaron, and I'd like to say that I'm doing this on my own accord. Everything that I said about Jordy and his family was lies. I lied through my teeth. It was wrong of me to do. I shouldn't have done it. I didn't hear any of the information from anybody else. It was all me. And I apologize. I'm very sorry. Very sorry to Jordy and your family. I'm very sorry to everyone that's been hurt by these lies. I shouldn't have done it. It was wrong of me. I don't even have a good explanation as to why I even did it. I just did. I'm sorry I lied. And hopefully Jordy and his family will forgive me. And if not, I understand.
Hold on, what? So he wasn't taken out of context? He just lied for no reason? And then lied about lying when Wings confronted him? What the fuck is wrong with this guy? This apology video would end up being the last time the internet has heard anything from Aaron, but that wouldn't prevent the situation from getting any crazier. So in most drama circles, this would usually be where the story ends, with a lot of unanswered questions and a whole lot of loose ends. But when you're dealing with a guy like Wings, the drama never really ends. And in fact, the whole situation was really just beginning to escalate. On the 17th of February, Keemstar would pick up the story and begin discussing it on Twitter, opening the drama up to a whole new, much larger audience. As Keem began looking into the story, he would quickly come to a conclusion that the trolls had also reached, that being that Aaron couldn't just be lying for no reason, and considering the ease at which Aaron answered questions about Wings, Keem began to think that perhaps Aaron wasn't lying and was actually only covering for Wings due to possible legal threats levied his way, as Wings has a history of making these types of threats in the past.
In this 4-hour conversation, the neighbor said a lot of things, all right? And when you listen to the conversation, it sounds authentic, it sounds real, it sounds like everything is right. And the neighbor basically says, hey, I was talking to these troll channels for like 4 hours, and they were taking what I was saying out of context. I don't care what this neighbor says or what Wings say, they're lying. Like in that stream where they're saying this was taken out of context. Then the fucking neighbor comes out with a different video and he goes, I just want everyone to know what I said in this interview was 100% false. It's not making sense. None of it fucking makes sense. All right. I guarantee when he heard that audio from the neighbor telling that story, I guarantee that Wings threatened to fucking sue him.
On the 18th, things would move from bad to worse, as by now Wings had lost access to his PSN account. On the surface, this isn't a huge deal. The problem would arise in how Wings would choose to deal with the situation. Rather than simply creating a new account and moving on with his life, Wings would instead join a troll Discord server and argue with the trolls in hopes of getting his PSN account returned to him, without even knowing whether or not the trolls were actually responsible.
Alright, cool.
You sound like you're talking to a PlayStation controller.
Alright, guys. So you wanted this meeting. You guys wanted this meeting. So what do you want to talk about?
How's your day?
Terrible.
Shortly after this encounter, Keemstar would join Wings on his live stream to discuss the drama, the PSN, as well as the future of Wings' channel.
Well, there's a lot of stuff, Wings. First of all, I find it kind of ridiculous that I had to pay you like $200 just to communicate with you. You know how it kind of looks suspicious that original claim that things were taken out of context disappears off the internet. You hide that video. Wings, listen, these two things can't exist. It can't be they talked to me for hours and everything was taken out of context, and then this other video saying I lied about the whole thing.
You're trying to because Aaron is what you call a compulsive liar. Like that's who he is. That's who he's always been.
It just doesn't make any sense. Like there's a big part of the story that absolutely has to be missing, Wings, and the reason why is because in that short video, if I could finish, in the short video where he says, "Look, man, I lied about everything. I apologize to Wings. I apologize to Wings' family, and I have no reason for it. I just lied." That doesn't what.
I know it doesn't make sense.
Is there any reason to believe that like he has it out for you for some reason?
I don't think he does. Like I think if I seen him in Walmart tomorrow, he would try to be friendly with me.
So you think he was just trying to get clout?
Correct.
On the 19th, Wings would be suspended from Twitter for apparently violating Twitter rules. According to Wings, the reason it got suspended was because the trolls reported a video he posted claiming it had Chris Brown music in it. Twitter bans people for dumb bullshit all the time, so I wouldn't be surprised if this was real. A few days after the Twitter suspension, the drama around Wings would finally start to quiet down, and Wings would even end up getting his PSN account returned to him. So let's recap. A childhood friend of Wings joins a troll Discord server and spends multiple hours divulging personal information about Wings, as well as making several seemingly malicious accusations. Then when the trolls start uploading the interview to YouTube, Aaron appears on a live stream with Wings where he claims his words are being taken out of context. Then the following day he changes his story once again, this time saying that he was lying the whole time and that everything he said was bullshit. So what's going on here? I'm going to present two possible theories to explain the situation, and I'll leave it up to you to decide what to believe. The first theory plays out like this. Aaron divulges a lot of information about Wings to the trolls, perhaps with the expectation of monetary gain or perhaps just to get revenge on Wings for some past event. When the interview is revealed to the public, Wings threatens Aaron with legal action and Aaron agrees to help deflect the allegations. This theory does a good job of explaining why Aaron called the trolls in the first place and explains Aaron's fearful attitude following the release of the interview. However, it doesn't explain why Aaron would pretend his words were being taken out of context if he knew the entire interview was out there waiting to be uploaded, as Wings definitely would have explained this to him beforehand if they were really working together to combat the allegations. The second theory focuses more on Aaron as a person. Throughout all of Aaron's interviews, it's made very clear that he doesn't know much about the internet or the reality of Wings' situation with the trolls. Aaron calls the trolls presumably for the same reasons as the first theory, either expecting to receive money from the trolls or out of pure revenge for something Wings had done to him. When the interview goes public, Aaron is terrified, as he is now faced with the reality of what he's gotten himself into, and tries to get out of the situation by pretending his words were taken out of context and then disappearing from the internet when the trolls call his bluff. This theory would explain Aaron's lack of understanding about audio editing, as perhaps he's just a boomer that doesn't understand that you can edit an audio file while also retaining the original copy, which would explain why he thought lying about being taken out of context was somehow a good explanation. It also explains why he disappeared from the internet, as well as some of the negative comments that Wings made about him when talking to Keemstar. Wings of Redemption is one of the strangest characters on the internet, and much of the drama surrounding him is entirely his fault. Throughout his career, you can find countless examples of Wings getting into drama with other content creators simply because Wings isn't good at responding to negative feedback. However, this may be one of the first times where someone in Wings' life has actually proven to be worse at responding to drama than the big man himself.
All right, there's that. Dunzo.